Got 1, 2, 6 here. Once I've done this one sprite, I will do some animations for it. It's kind of the plan, is to redesign the sprites in a kind of updated version. There we go. So you're allowed 8 sprites in total on a Commodore 64 screen without doing any tricks. If you're going to do multiplexing, then it's really depending on where the sprites are going to be, and for the most part we don't really know where a sprite's going to be because they can move around freely. So let's just bring that in now in layer 1, so you can bring the layer up by clicking there and then click that down. I'm going to put this one here as well. Start drawing. Press tab to hide the UI. So it's not so easy to count here, but I've got 3, 2, 3, and then 3 before I hit that part. So I think that's it. And then there'd be some grey there. Unfortunately, I've not added undo features to Spred64 yet. I don't know how difficult it would be, but I think it's doable. It's just a day or two's work that I will get to, but it's fairly forgivable. I think undos is a fairly new invention in the grand scheme of things to do with Commodore 64 graphics. I'm just doing a lot of referencing here, just checking things compared to other things. It helps me know where to place something. I think this might be wrong. Okay. Got a little bit of a difference here, this one. Yeah, I'll check that later. Maybe tell where that is from the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4. This music you hear in the background is some preliminary music that I've put together for an upcoming project. Not this one, but yeah, I wanted to try my hand at some music stuff, and yeah, hope you like it. So yeah, that's that. Right, I'll figure out if I've got this right in a minute, once I've got the multicolour version over the top of it. Right, so now I can go to the multicolour version. I can start to kind of just colour it in. Okay, I can see a bit here is wrong. I think these need to go. There's also a bit here that's wrong. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 between these. Yeah. Got 1, 2, 3, 4. That's right. 4 actually. That's wrong. So I can either move something up or something down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Move this down one. That's a bit better. In fact, I'll move this up as well. I'm going to make it look a little bit of a lower pose. There's nothing to stop me refining this at this point. Alright, do the hands. That's no good there. So I think I need to have. I can do that lower again. And then that way I can change the yeah. And then the high res sort would be white. Or I could also make the background something different, like blue, and make the sword like this colour. Let's put that as an overlay on layer 2, and then we can draw that in. And just the eyes to add. So I've got that little bit of shading as well. And get a mark up there. Alright, and just right click here will give you different backgrounds to check it against. Yeah, it looks quite nice, and easily I can change this to different colours, as well as the ninja here, and we get quite good looks from that. So you can imagine if we had a certain colour scheme, we could do that, or even a baddie ninja, which is kind of cool. It's easy then to do variations of the sprites. It looks a bit more friendly. And of course we could just go straight black, and even the sword could be black, kind of old school. And so the idea now would be to animate it, but I'm just going to save it here. Let's get that back to grey. Right, so if you wanted to get the sprite out here, like as an image, you just press E, and it'll let you export that as a file. I'll just call this idle1 comp for composition.png, and hopefully can see it gives you this sprite. Alright, and you can load that into whatever you want. So for example, I'll just load it into Photopea here. So here it is, and obviously it's came with this background. I don't have an option to remove that just yet, but you would just go through them and just magic away the background. So make sure you're using a different color from it you use in the sprite. Of course, I could do up to 8 frames, so that could essentially be an animation, and I can turn it into what would be a sprite sheet, but I can turn it into an actual thing later. So I'm going to turn the sword back white just so that I can customize it easier later. But yeah, there you go. That is how you would get your sprite out, and if I wanted to do a kind of enhanced version of that, then I can start to use more color. So a pencil, usually do like 50%, and you can then kind of anti-alias it in places. Whatever you wanted to do to improve its appearance, I suppose. So that's that. And I go back to spread. So now I would make a new frame and copy. I'll just copy these first, because I can always copy the color information in the sword quite easily later. Maybe even reuse them. So I'll go to the next frame, and I can actually copy here, so that I retain some information if I really needed it. Right, so I'm in frame 1 using A and D to go left and right, or you can use these to advance between frames. And obviously you don't see any change until I actually replace these. So I might want to do something like that. And I press tab, I can see what's on each. So this ID 1 is on layer 1. So I'll go back to layer 1. Frame 2 and just click that, and it'll give me the updated version. Obviously I need to be mindful as well of the fact that these are double pixels, so I'll paste that there, go down to layer 0 and then click, and I'm going to move this to the right. You'll see that this is all shifted out, so I'd have to move this by 2 pixels. Right, you can see now the kind of shift I would get in animation, not very smooth. So maybe I just want to keep the upper body static and just move the legs. In which case I could save sprites. If I wanted to put this on an actual Commodore, I could just animate the legs. Maybe the arms just every now and again. So I'm going to try that. So I'm just going to delete from this frame here. Just delete the information. And let's just work on let's just copy that back over again and just work on the legs. So frame 1, layer 1, ID 9 it says. Now if I click ID 11, so now I can work on sliding these legs over a bit at a kind of rate that makes sense. So his legs are kind of one crossing over the other. Usually with animation it doesn't look right at first ever. It's going to look silly. And that's just the way it goes until you get going. I should actually remove this as well. I'm going to add this in temporarily just to get a background. Right, I can always remove that later. So just so I know, I can just put a little marker there. And there, just to let me know that it's a temporary one. Right. quite difficult with the colour information in this one as well, so I'm just going to click that one as well because it's going to put me off a bit. I can always bring it back later again. Yep. Right, that kind of feels right for this frame. So let's copy this over here. It doesn't really matter where you put these, just as long as it's organised. And then, yeah, I'm just going to copy that to the next frame and replace the legs. And then do my next one. Just thinking about where the foot would sort of end up. And then get rid of the old. Again, just I'm being as rough as I need to be to make this work. Oh, you see I've got 2 layers here. Should have went to the right one. Right, that's kind of cool. Just need to show. I think 8 frames is probably enough as well, so I would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, back round again. So right, again, that's pretty good for now. I mean, we could essentially say our ninja is moving very kind of sleekly and silently, right? So that's the kind of thinking I'm using here. So 0, 1, 2, 3, that's this one. There, yep. And at this point I'll save it, I don't want to lose that work. Right, so now the hard bit, crossing over the legs. So that this foot is over here somewhere. And this one somehow, yeah, it feels like I'm pulling the legs up way too much. Yep, that doesn't feel right either. Okay, yeah, as long as I get a first draft, I'll work on it more and get it to 70 or 80% there. Then I can do the final touches. I'll change that wrong one again. Let's do 25. Ah, wrong layer. Okay. Alright. So now I need to sort of get this back to this sort of pose, I suppose. I think so. He's standing on his left. Now he's standing on his right. Right, I just need to keep advancing it to get an idea. Right, so then this one moves across. And essentially he can start to lift this leg and bring it back over. Yeah, I'll let it be messy for a bit. I'll tidy it up. Unfortunately, I don't have the onion skin mode in Spred yet. I've thought about it a few times, but I've just not got around to it. Alright. So I'm going to say the end is frame 7. Let's save that as well. Let's just save it. if you hold down Control and use A and D to cycle frames, it will loop wherever you've set the end frame. So that's kind of handy. I can really see it's messed up lots of stuff. So you can't just wing an animation, and you can't just get it right first time either. Fortunately, people that animate still struggle, like me. I can see how it looks here. Of course, I can carry on working while that's playing and keep refining it. Play it a bit faster. It doesn't look too bad, but it also doesn't look great. Of course, then I can do some little things with this, like the shifted version. So 1, 2, maybe I want to do like this one. Oops, wrong one. And go there. In fact, I'll just put that in place for now. There, 1. Yeah, and do that for 2. So I can see how that looks. Doesn't help it. Doesn't help it, so keeping it as it were. If I really wanted to, make this more interesting, I suppose I could just copy this and do just a little bit of micro movement on it. Like very little. maybe here. Okay. Tempted to move the whole hand back, which would essentially mean I would move the sword, which I can do by code here. By code I say offset code, so I can do shift and control and right on that layer. The only thing is the colours might not work so well with that. Of course that needs to move there. Maybe once it's in motion it will look better, but I can also add a little bit of a flare like that, but it would need to be moving all the time. So maybe more frames for this would make sense, but if I'm optimizing for a Commodore then I would probably opt not to do all that. So that's pretty cool, like that. I think this one needs a bit of work. So what I'm trying to do is make the legs look like this is crossed over on the ground, and as that touches the ground this lifts up, but I've got it wrong here. Yeah. So that on the ground, on the ground. Yeah, I think it should also be on the ground. There. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Then it would lift up, come across. Yeah. That's better. Alright, so let's try and get the high reses and see how they look. The low reses in. So there. That's going to be this one. You can see that's off. In fact, we need one of these for each, as you can see. So yeah, so even though you can see it's not aligned with the legs there. So this is layer 0. So we've got 1 and 2, and that needs refined there and here. So you have to make a like small change there. If I really have to, I would put the black in there. Right, that fixes that. Then I need another one here. Let's save it. It auto saves every time you click something, by the way, just in case you're a bit kind of, where's my where's my file? So let's click that there and then refine that. That wee bit's okay, that bit's okay as well. I suppose we can get rid of it there. I'll just keep the same system. You see how the hands have sort of fell out of sync a bit. So what I would probably have to do is pull in the hands a bit more like that, and on that frame, that's actually not too bad. Right, put that there. That's okay, like that in. Get one more little bit. Yeah. And then just do the same for that one. I think I need to move the sword one more. Oh, wrong layer. I'll lift the leg a bit higher here. Yeah, that's looking good. Just gonna bring this over a bit more. Again, this isn't a grounded foot this time, this is a lifted one, so I want to make it feel like it's up in the air a bit. I might have to go really obvious. So it's looking too much that way. That's a difficult one. I'm trying to get it to look more to that side. I might have to do it. That. Okay, not bad. Let's get this one in. So 0, 1, 2, 3. That's actually a copy. Need that there. Let's leave that pink. All for that 1 pixel. Huh. So that's just the way it goes. off about that one. Wait a minute, what have I done here? So I've got 0, 2, 4, 6, that should be. Six, then 16. 18. 20. 22. So that's basically how you would mix your high res and multicolor, using 4 sprites essentially, reusing sprites where possible. And let's see how that looks. Do it a bit fast. Yeah, just a little funny bit there. Oh yeah, but it disappears there. That's 20. Okay, a bit faster. Too fast. Of course, any other movement I would do by code anyway, like any up and down. So the way I would do that here is control on things. So control and up or down. Like this one is, it'd be a bit taller. So I do up on here for each layer. Go under the mouse and up there as well. So I think I would do it up here as well. So up, down the layer, up for that one, down the layer, up for that one. It's on there, isn't it? So then you play that. So that gives you a better little stepping feeling. And yeah, that's really it. So now you would save it, obviously, and then you can start to spit out your compositor area. I don't know if I'll be missing a line potentially of the sword there, but I can always add it back in later. So you go to each layer and press E, and I'm just going to press enter because it sort of timestamps each one. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so I've got my sprites out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I've done one too many. Okay. Oh, and they're looking wrong as well. Something not right about one of these. Let's see. Yeah, I might have an issue with the compositor still having a bug. Oh, and it's black. That was an example from earlier, wasn't it? Yeah, I've got a problem with the compositor not doing something right. So I need to look into that. It's probably not reading offsets, because I can see it there. But anyway, once I've got that, I'd bring it into Game Maker, and let's say I want to change my, so that'd be southeast walk. So I'll duplicate that one, and let's just call that the original, and then rename that to southeast, and clean up any mess, and then edit image or import. Import these, and then let's give it a play. I can see, yeah, it's broken there just with that one, so I'll figure that out later why that's moved too much. That's kind of an easy fix. I just need to remove them and redraw them. So I'd edit the image and get rid of all the grey. And then I'll just fix this one all manually. Just go there and grab that colour and start to fill in these bits. And I'm just going to copy that. Yeah, I'll copy this first frame. Use the same rows there. Yeah, so it's an offset one. Let's grab that last bit, and then there. Right, and then image. Just do auto trim all frames. Yeah, I can see that my sword also on the up, it's just getting cropped, I think. Yeah, so I'd need to do a shift everything down sort of thing. So image, resize all frames, and it's the canvas I want to change. Resize canvas, stick to the bottom. Height 42, that's actually correct, I think. Apply. Alright. That's the up. Everything needs to go down. I should have done it the opposite way, but never mind. I just need to add like 1 pixel to the top of the sword on the up. So done, up. There's actually a missing one here. Should be 8. I'm missing a frame between these two. I'm just going to get that. This one. Miss. And I'll do it as a new sprite. don't want to mess that up. Oh, where's it going? Oh, let me change it to PNG. I'll need to get it to add that as well. Okay, so import. That's also messed up. So I'll just copy. I'll just do an auto trim. Copy that over to oh shit, have I been changing the wrong image? What the hell? Oh, I don't know what happened, but I've lost all my walking frames there. That didn't make any sense. That's there. No. Okay. Right. I close all these tabs. Oh well. Right. Let's try that again then. So edit image, import images. So it should be 8. Yeah. It's gonna go wrong, isn't it? What the hell? Resize, and resize import image to canvas size. Resize canvas to import image size. Yeah. Right. There we go. Rid of that. So 1, 2. Yeah, this is how you mess things up for a while and realize your software doesn't work. But now I need to look at what's frame free. And 0, 1. Then it's that one. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Right, and that's the bit that's messed up. Okay. So let's do it all again. Let's take away. I think you need the patience of a ninja to do this kind of stuff, because it really does try your patience. If you couldn't tell, just smile and get on with it. That's what I say, just smile and get on with it. Eventually you'll get there. Right. I'm just going to copy that whole little bit. Right. trim, image size, canvas, stick it to the bottom, height 42, apply. Right, and then I can add my little white point to the sword there. Here we go, so that should be it. Right, let's see how it looks, because I've replaced the that sprite in the game, saving it. Do a cleanup. Hopefully I don't lose anything. It can be a bit dumb like that. Yeah. Right, and let's see how it looks for that actual angle. Huh. That's interesting. I think it's re-referenced the name. Interesting. Okay, I never knew it would do that, but it's actually updated the name ref. Right, so make sure it's using the walk direction correctly. Yeah, updated the name. Clever stuff. Alright. Yep, and then I can edit the image and mirror all frames and just check the origin again. Yeah, just put that where I want it, and I should have bottom left and bottom right now. That's pretty cool. Oh, kind of messed up with that. So yeah, definitely a ninja homage, but yeah, that's all been a bit of fun. Yeah, but that's it really. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.